How we doing, people? How are we doing? Where you guys at? Let me come and find you. YouTube studio. Play nice with me today. I think we're good. I think we're loud and clear. My headphones are just connecting. Gonna get the community post rolled out. It is. With me, people. I will be with you. Okay, that is that done and done. Okay, we're sweet. We're ready to go. Live chat. I'm coming. What a fucking night that was, huh? That lit a fire on my ass. Has to be said. That got me. There's times where I doubt MMA. Sometimes where I feel like it could be better. And there's been so much talk about where this sport is in terms of its standing and general position in the game. But man, I mean, that main event, whew, my God, that got me shouting at 6 a.m. Shouting. Pantoja's DJ all again. Well, I don't know about that. I think age will creep up with him. He keeps looking phenomenal, though. I mean, yeah, it's crazy what he's doing. But I don't think he's going to reach 11 title defenses. I think that's a bit absurd. I mean, that just shows you how good DJ really was. But it's been a rough day. I'm indifferent. Listen, I always said I was a fan of both men. Sad for Charles, happy for Ilia. So, who's next for Topuria? I think the logical step, Darshan, from a business perspective, it has to be Paddy Pimblett, right? I think that's the fight. That's the hardest fight. If you're talking about all the guys he can match up with, yeah, Arman Sarukian is a fair shout. I don't think Justin Gaethje has anything for Ilia Topuria. I think Paddy Pimblett definitely does. I think people would be very surprised in that fight. I've been vocal about it before. I think it's harder than people say, though. I will fully pick Ilia in that matchup. It's the fight to make from a business perspective and stylistically too. If you want a good challenge, people might not want to admit that, but I think it's true. If you don't include that, you're talking about lightweight. What I'd like to see is him defending against Paddy. Maybe one more defense after that against Arman. Vacating and then moving up to welterweight. I think, listen, the UFC know what they have, and I don't think they want to miss the boat on the opportunity, right? This is what's going to happen with Ilia Topuria. I think they will give him that chance. As long as he can will it into existence, I think they'll give him a chance at that three-weight champ. Seriously, I think they'll do it. And the underappreciated aspect, yes, that I agree with Pantoja. Normal looking KO. I mean, it's all Ilia Topuria knockouts are visceral, man. That's just how he is, how it is. Topuria Aspinall, honestly, run it. Why did he have to crumple in the middle? Because it was lights out on that first shot, man. That's the power of the knockout right there, of Ilia Topuria in that right hand. It's what I was saying literally on Thursday night. I said, that right hand is money. I'm telling you. I know it's almost like the obvious thing to say, but when I was saying he was going to knock him out in the first round, it's because Charles is such a front-footed, aggressive fighter. He's going to run into one of those shots. He just will. Because when one man is coming forward and the other man's coming forward, whose power am I favoring more? Whose speed am I favoring more? It's Ilia Topuria's, and that's exactly what we saw last night. And they said, Warthog, that might be... fuck it. Ilia beats the Warthog. Ilia beats the plane, bro. Or the jet. Gage, you get flatline even was. Honestly, maybe. I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to find a knockout. I'm saying that. He's not Volkanovski out like that. He's not Max Holloway out like that. It's crazy. It's silly power, man. It really is. People want to talk about Josh Emmett having that lights out power. Honestly, I think you're making the case that Ilia Topuria's got a better power, pound for pound. Is that a crazy take? I don't think it is. It's just dynamite in the hands, man. Dynamite. Sorry, apologies. Pantoja will surpass Mighty Mouse for sure. I don't know about that, student, man. I think he just doesn't have time on his side to get that many title defenses by the time he starts to drop off in skill set. I don't know, man. Ilia vs. Islam is the fight, man. It is, but listen, we missed that boat. I think Ilia beats him. I mean, I was not indifferent. I was hard pressed to find a firm prediction in my mind for that fight, at least initially. But after last night, I can't root against him. I never really have. I can't root against Ilia, though. There is no realm I can see. Again, this is mixed martial arts, and we know how unpredictable it is, but You guys tell me, can you see a realm? Can you see a single realm where Ilia Topuria loses in skill set outside of a size discrepancy? So he moves up to welterweight against a guy like JDM where strength might just be too much for him, right? In skill set, name any area where he is lacking. I just don't see it. I'm sorry, Vitality. He did not, and I feel like you know that, but I'm gonna say it as well. I'm trying to let you down softly. It was not an he went out on his shield. Let's put it that way. He went out in the way he probably best could. Topuria or Stevens? Topuria, bro. Credit to Jeremy Stevens, still underrated, but George, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see all of you guys, by the way. Topuria versus 100 gorillas. Topuria wins, bro. I knew Ilia was gonna win by KO, but really wasn't expecting it to be that bad. I mean, listen, Charles. I said this before, right? Charles is good at recovering, but his chin isn't actually very good. It doesn't take a lot to drop him, and most guys don't have that power that Ilia does. So when you're taking a shot from him, it's going to put your lights out if you're Charles Oliveira. And that's exactly what happened. He was out on the feet from the very first shot he took from that flush right hand. And you could see it coming. Even in the first minute and a half, he was looking at that shot partially blocked by Charles, those first couple of exchanges. But you could see the moment that landed connect, that was going to land flush, it was done. It was going to be done. And that's exactly what happened. 5 to 4 hours today. It's for a soul of the devil. Bro, you have to, I mean, what can you say? You have to give him the props. I love the guy because it's just unbridled confidence and he backs it up in every sense. And listen, you can sit here and say, well, he might lose his next fight and he'll get humbled and he'll be in the when trash talking goes wrong compilations or humble compilations, right? Who cares? He's been and done everything in this sport already. Very few fighters have ever won a UFC title, and even fewer of them have won one and two in different weight classes. You put that in mind. Ilia Topuria has done everything in this sport in such a short amount of time. If he loses his next fight, who cares, man? Why not manifest victory? Why not just embrace the confidence in yourself? That's half the reason he's so successful. I don't take it the wrong way. I don't see it as cockiness. And maybe it is to an extent, but I just think it's well-earned confidence because he knows the work he's put in. He knows how good he is off the outside of the cage, you know, in those hard rounds, which people don't see. That's where I think it's the real test of metal, right? And he knew what he could bring to the table against Charles Oliveira, and he just manifested it. Arman and Gaethje look frightened. Yeah, man. Arman is a tough test, sure. I mean, I don't know, man. I think Ilia finds the chin, bro. He's just the speed. That's what really surprised me. Listen, I didn't expect it to go any other way, particularly. I always thought Ilia would dominate this fight, and I thought he would look phenomenal. But what really just impressed me was how his speed carried over at lightweight. Obviously, I saw him, and we all saw him, but obviously in person at the O2 when he fought Jai Herbert, he fought at lightweight on short notice. And the speed was there, but in comparison to this fight, you see how quick that counter was. Not just in terms of its timing, but how quickly he threw the punch. That's what really surprised me. Charles, I saw a comment on maybe Twitter or something that said Charles looked like he was in slow motion when that shot was about to land. And that's the best way of putting it because Topuria was just light years ahead, man. Phenomenal. Honestly, phenomenal. One of the best performances I've seen this year and in recent memory, honestly. So good. And the only thing that saddens me is he always said he's probably not going to be in this sport around for a long period of time. He's going to chart his legacy, do what no one has done before, and I think with that in mind, I think he means become a three-weight champ, and then he'll leave on top of the game, and that's sad in a way, but listen, I said this about Volkanovski after he beat Yair Rodriguez at 290 and was really just cementing his featherweight legacy, right? And obviously the inevitable downfall came after that, and I know he's the featherweight champion again, but we didn't foresee this, right? In terms of his skill set-wise, I don't think he's going to hold the belt in his next fight. I think Volkanovski will lose, but that aside, when you put that in perspective, I said enjoy the legacy and what we have with Volkanovski while we can. And soon enough, you know, that reign was gone. And I know it's back now, but asterisks on that. Topuria is exactly the same. He's not going to be around for long, so just enjoy the era we're in. It was the same with Charles Oliveira as well. And look at him. You know, other side of the coin, flatlined on the canvas, bloodied face. You know, so this game is so quick, bro. It's so quick. Arman will beat Ilia 100%. I can't give you 100% on that, RA, man. That's a bit bold. Ilia just didn't dominate. He made Charles look like he died. Well, yeah, not far off it, mate. Truly. I think Ilia will find Arman's chin. And K-Dot, I don't know. It's some new YouTube feature, man. I don't really know. What's next for Charles from here? I don't know. I mean, fuck it. Run the Gaethje rematch or some shit. I never thought he really had a strong claim to the belt anyway. For the title shot, sorry. I should correct myself there. I didn't think he deserved it. A win over Michael Chandler and a close loss to Arman Sarukian, I don't think gives you that shot. I know circumstance put him there, but I didn't think he deserved it. That's why I wasn't particularly excited for this fight. And at least in the build-up, as we got closer, I was just expecting a fun fight. And that is definitely what we got. So, yeah. Crazy, man. So good. He is just... I just don't see anyone beating him. I know I keep saying it, but I'm happy to hear any cases against that statement. But I got none. I got none. So I got to respond to this. Okay, sweet. We're good. Forge MMA, fuck that. Topuria versus Gaethje, and title eliminator with Sarukian versus Paddy. I mean, stylistically, I don't really understand that, because I think Topuria puts Gaethje's lights out inside 2 minutes as well. I think Gaethje, just like Charles, is far too hittable. He swings far too widely, and he telegraphs his shots far too much. I think Topuria would make that. That's the easiest money you'll ever make if he's putting money on Topuria for that one. I think the other two fights are much more compelling matchups for Topuria. I still think he probably wins both of them. I think he wins all 3 of those fights, but I don't know. Charles desperately needs to get a layup and then retire. I give him a Brazil home crowd. Give him a nice fight, which he can win. Stylistically, that's a fun fight, and just give him that. Why was Renato so dumb today? In what, after the fight or before? I, with my whole heart, know that Arman will win against Ilia. That's a bold claim, RA, man. You want to bet? You guys are betting? Okay, I like this energy. If you can put your money where your mouth is, but sure. Already, that ice cold water is beautiful. I'm fight Gaethje at 318 co-main event. Well, we've got Holloway, Poirier. I think Ilia Topuria can't be anything less than a main event slot. He's the biggest star in the sport. Listen, I'll put this into perspective for you guys. I saw a pretty confirming statistic, right? So if we go on YouTube and we look, I'll take you guys back when the UFC really tried to launch Sean O'Malley when he won the belt against Aljamain Sterling. They posted the full knockout on YouTube for free, which they don't normally do unless it's a marketing decision to just send someone's hype to the moon. And to be fair, it worked. That Sean O'Malley knockout had 11 million views. 11 million views, and that was posted. I mean, 11 million views, nothing to scoff at. That was posted on the 20th of August, 2023. They've just done the same with Topuria's knockout on YouTube. It's got 8 million views, over 8 million views in 12 fucking hours. So if you want to talk about star power, this is a man with star power. Like, unbridled. Honestly, comparable to McGregor. Maybe not there yet, but I mean, what do you even say? That's just intangible proof that this guy is the next big thing. So if you're talking about putting him on a co-main slot, that's a complete waste. It just is. I mean, wow. They know what they're doing. See the top comment on that knockout. They immediately uploaded the fight to YouTube. That's how you know this guy's the one. And that guy is exactly bang on. Because Ilia Topuria is going to the fucking moon and he doesn't deserve to be anywhere less. So, Gamrot Topuria, hell no. Be real. Oh, God, my hair is a mess today. All that excitement. Ilia Topuria. There we go. Do it just to shut up Justin. He has been bitching about retiring. Like, no one gives a fuck. That's the one thing I'll actually credit Dana for. He was like, that would be dumb. He'd be like, yeah, just retire then. If you're talking about retiring, then retire. I don't blame him. Gaethje doesn't deserve the shot particularly. Wow, you beat Fiziev, which is a great win. But I'm going to be real. There's so many guys who could deserve the shot there. You need a bit more, man. Atomic, what did you miss? You missed Ilia Topuria putting Charles Oliveira's lights out. I'll be surprised if you haven't seen it by now, my man. Good to see you, though. Sammy, it's you as well, my man. Welcome back, brother. How you doing? You still think Paddy has a shot to beat Ilia? Yes, I do. I still think... Listen, I don't get it twisted. I'm 100% picking Ilia Topuria in that matchup. But I think Paddy is a much harder fight than anyone in that top 5 for Ilia. Harder than Sarukian. He's much harder than Gaethje. Gaethje would be folded far quicker than Paddy would. I think you're crazy if you think otherwise. I would 100% pick Ilia, though. Card of the year. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. It was good, though. Like, the Joshua Royval fight was a banger. Just an absolute slugfest. Talbot was fun. Talbot really impressed me, actually, against Lima. I was picking Lima in that fight. I just thought he would edge it. I think Talbot's grappling discrepancy would be there. But man, you look at the improvements he made in that 5 months. The only thing about that fight I didn't like was how awfully biased the commentary was. Holy shit, they did not give Felipe Lima any credit for anything. They just wouldn't shut up about Peyton Tauber, which I like Peyton a lot. He's a really cool dude, and he's got a great fighting style. And he clearly had improved, but, you know, clearly the commentary wanted one guy to win that. And to be fair, that man deserved it. Looked good. Darius Moicano was fine. It was a good fight. Pretty good. Van Royval was great, obviously. Pantoja, Kai Kara France, just cerebral from Pantoja. So good. And obviously, we've been speaking at length about Ilia, so. You know, I can get antidepressants. I'm not going to advocate for them, personally. I'm not on them. Being real, Talbot was not losing in June. What does that mean? How does Gaethje beat Ilia? With a Hail Mary shot, which he won't land, and that's why he won't beat him. He's too predictable, too telegraphed, and doesn't have enough tools in the tool set. He's not going to win in the wrestling. He's not going to win in the grappling. He's not going to win on the feet. Tell me a realm where Justin Gaethje beats Ilia Topuria, man. It's Pride Month. Oh, right. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, again, I have nothing against someone who's gay anyway. Obviously not. But I respect that Peyton Talbot in a lot of ways. In a sport where, let's be real, people are probably against that way of existing in a lot of ways. A lot of people are. He just owns that shit and doesn't give a fuck. And I respect it. So, shout out Peyton Talbot. Cool tats as well. CM Punk has a better chance against Topuria compared to Gaethje. Okay. Baiting George, come on, man. I fear Topuria moves up to heavyweight. I will say, Darshan, I know you're joking, but I could very realistically see the welterweight move. Where you celebrate for Pride Month, going to Jones's house party? Yeah, actually. Actually, yeah. There has to be 3 left-leaning fighters. I don't think that's the case. I just think those that are don't talk about it because they can't be asked to handle to deal with all the relentless online abuse and shit that they'll inevitably get. Mythical fighter, Pride Month, Talbot. It's one fight. We can't call him a mythical fighter just yet. Atomic, you're better than that, man. Come on. Not even falling for that. Not even falling for that. Also, I'm going to plug it because I'm going to own it and I'm proud of my work. I know I mentioned the community post, but if you haven't seen it, the Ngannou documentary is live on my Patreon. And from this video and all the ones going on, if you subscribe to the Patreon, you'll get videos weeks early before everyone else. So it's live now. You can check it. I will link it for you guys if you want to. You're not obliged, of course. But you get loads of other benefits as well if you sign up. So it's a no-brainer. But again, I'm proud of the content I create, and it allows me to expand. The goal with the Patreon is to build the channel to something bigger. I'm just going to plug it here because I'm proud of it. And with the Patreon, you know, down the line, I can start hiring more people, making more content for you guys, and better content, more importantly, more often as well. So you don't have to subscribe. You're not obliged. But if you want to watch my videos weeks before everyone else and obviously get your name in the credits of my videos and loads of other stuff, you can check it out there. I appreciate it. Again, you're not obliged, but it does mean huge amount. So check it out if you're willing. Go have a look. Being gay helps you win. Example, Talbot and John Jones. Is the John Jones thing, is that actually got any truth to it? I'm not sure. Go ahead, you know it. Everyone should join the Discord. That as well. I will link that too. I'll wait for the Patreon to just trickle down first, then I'll do it. 6 foot Topuria would kill Jones. It's impossible. I don't like those arguments when talking about everyone saying, "Oh, what if Mighty Mouse moved up to heavyweight and at heavyweight would he win?" Well, it's a completely different fighter at that point, you know. Leo MMA versus Lucas Tracy MMA. Who wins a 3-round fight? I don't know if he has any MMA experience, but he trains quite a lot, right? He's in good shape. He's a PT, so he'd probably outstrength me. So I don't know about. It'd have to be technique over strength, and I don't know how big the guy is, but I like Lucas, man. He's cool. I know the guru thing. I just didn't look into it. I think he's a bit of a weirdo, man. Can I pin the Patreon shit? I can. I'm going to keep that pinned. Because I'm owning that shit. Listen, I'm proud of the content I create. So if you want to get it early, you can. It's there. So I'm going to keep that there. I only think John might have been abused by his brother. I think he's a problematic individual in many ways. Probably through a lot of causes. Listen, you're a product of your environment to an extent. So there's definitely an element of that for sure. I'll agree. But he's also just innately a bad human being for a variety of reasons, you know. You got to learn from your mistakes. And Daniel Cormier said it best. You know, he's a repeat offender in that regard. He ain't going to learn. He's doomed to repeat the mistakes of the past. Mr. Wayne, I want to see Topuria versus Paddy. You're speaking my language. It's a tough fight. And it's a fun one. And obviously the narrative sells itself. You're talking about matches for fights, should I say, that are actually going to sell pay-per-views in 2025. That's one of them. That does over 1 million buys for sure, in my opinion. I think that does like 1.1, 1.2 million buys. Cool. We're not talking Khabib McGregor numbers. I think we'll be very far away from anything like that. But mate, tell me it's not going to do numbers. And also, as you said, it's a great fight. Be fun to watch from the build-up and in the cage. Gage used to wrestle in middle school. Exactly. I mean, I know you're kind of joking. He's shot like 1 takedown in his entire career, and I kind of respect that. Just from what angle do you generally think Paddy beats Ilia? Is it the size? I think the strength advantage is there, yeah, for sure. I think Paddy can make it a bit of a dirty fight, use it against the cage, get him on the mat, maybe find a submission. That's it. But again, Ilia has a lot more routes, so I will fully agree with that. Ilia Topuria has a lot more routes to win than Paddy does, for sure. Perfect upbringing. I don't think that's true. I mean, there's a multitude. Some people are just straight up, I don't know. It's a complex issue, isn't it? There's obviously a multitude of facets which go into what made John Jones the evil individual he is today, but who knows? You guys tell me. Chandler's not no, he's not. Chandler's not a horrible person. I like Michael Chandler. I think he's a bit corny, Bit of a cheesy motherfucker, but I like him. I don't agree with some of his political stances, but I think he's a good family man. He's a nice dude. I don't know why people give him so much shit. I think Chandler's overhated, to be honest with you. Yeah, in the cage, he's a bit of a dirty fighter, but outside of the cage, he's a good dude. I didn't like DC when he fought because of the eye pokes. But I like DC now because he's clearly a good guy. Pantoja defends against Van. Is he the featherweight goat? No. Needs to do more. And that maybe not much more, because I will agree. I think the resume, stacking up as it is now, is far better than DJ's. So I don't think he needs as many title defenses, but he definitely needs a few more. Jones is just a born sociopath. After MMA, he became a sociopath with no one to check him, money and fame. Yeah, I mean, maybe the money and fame that MMA provided him allowed him that platform to just be a bit uncontrolled, Chandler gives me Benoit vibes, just saying. What do you mean? I agree, Astro. That's probably the way to put it. Chandler Jones. Oh. Yeah, he is. He's not a good guy, right? What's up with him? We got Hams in the chat. I know, right? He's back. What's up, Wolf? Good to have you back, brother. Mate, I need you to DM me, Wolf, actually. Ping me on Discord or whatever. Because you'll see on the pin message. Because I'm moving the membership stuff to Patreon for now. Primarily, hit me up. I'll give you a free month on the Patreon. So if you obviously you're not obliged to switch your membership or cancel it if you want to, but I'm just saying, because you can get access to the videos early, I think that would be good for you, man. So it's a no-brainer. But you're not obliged, of course. But hit me up in the Discord, man, and we'll try and sort something out. Lucas Tracy's moved on from Volk. Topuria is his favorite now. We'll see how long that lasts as he changes his favorite fight every 2 years. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Topuria is in the ascendancy right now. I don't blame him in the slightest. He tried to kill his coach? Seriously? I think it's just you, Astro, man, as well, by the way. Jury dethrones Ank, I can die peacefully. That would make me ascend to heaven, I think. All good? Okay, man. Yeah, just let me know. Because with the Patreon, you get access. It'll be the same price, and you can get the videos early, man. So, don't, if you want that, it's there. F and Charles will chat, of course, man. Pull one out for him. I did see it happening, but it doesn't make it any less sad. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's sad. Like, the Vulcan obviously one hurt me more, but I've just been a fan of Topuria since. Again, it sucks that he's fighting a lot of fighters that I love, but mate, ever since that Ryan Hall fight where he just said "fuck this" and just said "screw jiu-jitsu, I'm gonna beat the piss out of you," and then just kept doing it. Was the Ryan Hall fight before or after he fought Jai Herbert? Whichever one was first. I don't know. Yeah, Ryan Hall was the one before. 264, which was McGregor Poirier 3. He was on the prelims of that, I believe, and maybe it was the main card. Either way, he was on that card, and that made me a fan, man. I was like, damn, this guy's fucking, he's good. And then obviously I saw him in London, and then after that I was like, this guy, shit, he's gonna be a problem. And he was at lightweight for that one, crazy. The guy is just phenomenally good, phenomenal. It was okay. Ilia asked about Merab going up. Merab replied by not yet. Van/Pantoja versus Merab will be exciting. I don't think Merab's going to move up. Not yet. He definitely won't while Ilia's here. Oh, we know Ilia's at lightweight now, isn't he? Maybe he will. Who knows? Pantoja has no plans to move up, so I don't think that's happening. Van may be another question, but they're not going to let him move up after as soon as he wins the belt. That would make no sense. So I don't think we'll see that. But okay. Paddy Ilia, yes, I do, man. I do think they will. Yeah, Dana says a lot of things. When is he? How many times has he gone back on his word? Loads of times. So I think they'll make it. And if not, it'll be one more fight down the line. Size of Paddy in front of Ilia. I know Max towered over him, but Paddy's a thick boy. Exactly, man. He's big for the weight class. He's a big boy. I've been saying it. That is the difference maker in this fight. I think that's what makes it a harder matchup than a Justin Gaethje, than a Arman Sarukian. I think it's the size advantage that Paddy has. I still think Ilia wins. As I said, I will have to add that disclaimer every time I talk about that matchup. But I think it's a fun fight. Steve, bro, insane. As I said, I shouted very loudly at 6 in the morning. Probably far louder than I should have done. But listen, MMA brings it out at you like that sometimes. I mean, Jesus. Problem with Paddy is that he fights with the chin high and on the center line. Yes, but I think one thing I'll say is, which might buy him a little bit more time than it did against than Charles Oliveira did, is he fights on a bit more on the back foot a lot of the time. Not always, but he's very good with his kicks, and he's able to find his range with his kicks and prevent guys from coming in close. Ilia Topuria is a master at getting on the inside. He's so good at that, and I think expect him to probably do that against Paddy, but it'll take a little bit of time because the game plan for Charles to take the front foot, I mean, he was never going to change. It's Charles Oliveira, but it was never going to work for him. It was a death sentence game plan. But, you know, we'll see. Joe Rogan was not impressed with Ilia because he wasn't throwing many calf kicks. Yeah, he's... yeah, of course, that's Joe Rogan's line, isn't it? I mean, he didn't even need him, did he? Did he even throw a single... maybe one kick? I mean, Jesus. Did the same when Leon did the same to Usman. Yeah, so did I, bro. I jumped into my mate's arms, bro. I went... I went fruity mode. And I do not care. I went ballistic at oh my god, that was, I've never reacted in a crazier way than that knockout. I don't think I ever will, probably, because obviously I was a huge Leon fan, and I still am. But I've been backing him for years, and obviously at that time Leon Edwards was such a villain, or unjustly, you know, shat on and taken the piss out of, and that was like the most vindicating moment I've ever seen in MMA. And obviously the post-fight interview reflected it. But man, that was special. Hustler. The reason Peyton won today is because this fight is in the month of June. Someone did say that. Mythical fighter unlocked? Maybe. Remains to be seen. But the house on Topuria, so did I, Chris. Made a little bit of money. Easy money. Rogan's commentary did my head in. Oh my god, that ruined that fight for me. I said this earlier, Wolfman, before you jumped in. So frustrating. Jesus Christ. They did not say anything about Felipe Lima. And there's no discredit to Talbot. It's nothing to do with him. He fought a good fight and deserved to win the fight, but... my God, Joe Rogan was abysmal on commentary on that one. And even DC as well. They didn't say anything about Lima the entire time. The entire time. So, Leon Edwards should just retire just like his hairline. It is receding, isn't it? 10-3 for the first round KO. Yeah, not great odds, right? That just shows you how back this guy is. How good he is. That the odds were that shit. For a first round knockout prediction. I mean, it's insane. I mean, Jesus, man. He's just phenomenal. Honestly, I think the only other fighter who gives me that same level of confidence and energy is Tom Aspinall. In recent memory that I can think of, where I've just been so... like, even Volkanovski, as much as I loved him, I never had that real security with him winning a fight in the same way I do with these guys. And that's because they have that knockout differentiator, you know? Which Volk never really had. Volk was always technically gifted and far better in that regard than pretty much anyone when he was in his prime. Ilia Topuria is the same, so is Tom Aspinall, but they have that knockout equalizer. And that's the difference, right? I've never been so confident. Like, as soon as he was walking in to the arena, Ilia Topuria last night, and he was just smiling. And his music was playing, and he just walked in, he was smiling, smirking, because he knew the result before it would even happen. Like, he knew something we all didn't, you know, in a lot of ways. He was like, you had no idea how brutal this is about to be. Could Tom break the record for title wins in a year? I mean, if he's allowed to fight, which now he is, the leash is off. Yes, I hope so. You know? I hope so. Charles apologized on Twitter. Yeah, I like Charles, man. No shame with him. I think Drickus is beating Hamzat at 319. Kangaroo, I hesitate to doubt against him. I am picking Hamzat in that fight, and this is, as I said before, this is the first time I'm picking against DDP since Rob Whittaker. So I'm reluctant in doing so because, you know, he's the man to prove everyone wrong. But I think Hamzat is just that guy. I do. But it's close. It's a close fight. Liam was just eating his punches, no issue. So I assume Joe and Payton had some other power exchange, right? No, I think it's just it's a case of narratives, right? It's a case of narratives. I mean, DC didn't even know who Peyton Talbot was, I think, when he was fighting Cameron Saman. I remember that on the weigh-in show. Fucking didn't even know who the guy was. I was like, Jesus. He does now. Atrocities that Ilia has done deserves a bat for a lifetime from MMA. I mean, Jesus, look at that 3-fight run. I mean, hell, look at his run, period. I'm going to read this out to you. Just from fighters which I think are, really good. I mean, even fuck it. From his UFC debut, that Yusuf Zalal win on short notice is an insanely good win, considering what that guy's doing in the UFC now. Damon Jackson, sure. Ryan Hall's a great win. Jai Herbert is a good win. Bryce Mitchell's a great win. Josh Emmett is a great win. Volkanovski, elite, one of the best ones you can have. Holloway the same. Charles Oliveira the same. That 3-fight run alone is probably the best in UFC history. 3 knockouts in a row. Volk, Holloway, Charles Oliveira. All in. I mean, what do you even say to that? Just absurd. What do you think of Paddy in the cage? I don't love it, but I think that might cement it that fight's going to happen. DC's always guilty of that, man. He does it a lot. What do you think of Paddy in the... I read that. Think it's the 319? Who's headlining that? Is that DDP Hamzat, right? Yeah, that's a good one. Go for it. Hamzat beats Tom in 1? No. Thoughts on Ilia Gaethje? I don't love it, partner, man. I don't love it. I really don't. It's not... I mean, who's interested in that? Realistically. I mean, that's what I said. Ilia will just fold him. There's no realm where in any facet of MMA where Justin Gaethje is better than Ilia Topuria at this moment in time. I just don't see it. You give me a counter to that, because I ain't got one. Marab's current 5-fight run or Ilia's 3-fight run? That's a good question. Let me look at Marab's. Marab's is good off the dome. I mean, very good, actually. So you got to put into perspective the resume in terms of the opponent in mind and also the manner of the win. So let's have a look. 5-fight. Oh, fucking hell. Marab's is... Hell, call it a 6-fight run. Not a 5-fight run. You're talking 6-fight run. Jose Aldo. I know out of his prime, but still a very good win. Piotr Yan, Henry Cejudo, Sean O'Malley, Umar Nurmagomedov, and then Sean O'Malley again. Jesus. It's close, isn't it? I mean, that's a 6-fight run compared to Ilia's... We're talking about only Ilia's 3. Obviously, he's gone longer than that. I don't know. I mean, Holloway and Volkanovski are 2 of the best fighters to ever exist. They're in the top 20 fighters, top 15, 20 fighters of all time, easily. Volkanovski in the top 10. Charles Oliveira, not that high, but in that conversation, right? I mean, Jesus. I mean, it's tough, isn't it? Umar's obviously got a lot of hype around him, but hasn't been there. Sean O'Malley is a champion. Cejudo, obviously, and Yan, both great champs. Aldo as well. It's tough. I'm going to go with Topuria, but it depends on how these fighters age, these opponents age, because a lot of these... Umar, I think, will go on to do great things in this sport. It's just a matter of time. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's a good question. It's a really good question. I mean, that 3-fight run is absurd, isn't it, though? Charles Oliveira, one of the greatest lightweights to ever do it. Max Holloway, one of the greatest featherweights and fighters, period, to do it. If you're talking about longevity and resume and obviously title pedigree, incredible. And obviously the sort of the cream of the crop, Alexander Volkanovski, realistically still very much just about in his prime, I'd say, when he beat him. Maybe just out of it, let's say, if we're being a bit conservative in the point. Still, and we're talking about a man, 5 title defenses at featherweight? 2-time, now a 2-time champion, so he won the belt back. I mean, come on. What do you even say? I mean, for that 3-fight run, I think it's just unrivaled. So good. I do agree with that, SG. That's why Ilia's prime for beating him. Ilia could beat Islam 100%, mate. 100%. But listen, Islam's not huge for what? He's not huge for lightweight. He's not going to be that big against JDM. I think JDM beats Islam Makhachev. I do. So with that in mind, I think if you see both of those guys move up... Oh, mate. Oh, my God. I'll tell you what it is. I found the answer, guys. I found the answer. I'll read out some of the rest of you guys in a second. This is the answer, right? JDM loses to Islam Makhachev. I don't think he will, but let's say he does. Islam Makhachev is the welterweight champ. Who's he going to call out? Ilia Topuria, fresh off a victory over Paddy Pimblett, to move up and become a 3-weight champ. Fuck it. Run that fight for me. I'm there. That is it. That's the fight. Charles top 3 lightweight of all time. Volk featherweight GOAT. Max second best featherweight of all time. I go third. I think Aldo and Volk are both above him, but I understand. Puja Tomar or Topuria? Oh, Puja Tomar all day, mate. It's not even close. Not even close. I mean, is there a better match than Topuria and Makhachev? No. I mean, that was the fight I wanted originally. That was meant to happen last night. Destiny had it another way, but hopefully we'll still see it down the line. Merab is the Volk bantamweight. I think Merab's the bantamweight goat now. I don't think that's... it's hard to disagree, isn't it? I mean, only 2 title defenses, yes, but you're looking at the resume. I mean, yeah, guy's unreal. Unreal. Marchev is allegedly big for lightweight. He's just undersized for welterweight, though. It's a big jump up, 15 pounds. In response to a question about the Volk rematch, Ilia said we don't want to do that to Volk. I know. He's right, though. Listen, this is what I mean. It sounds cocky and it sounds, like, harsh. But is he wrong? Is he wrong? Because I think we all know what the answer is. If you make that fight again, what's going to happen? Is that Volkanovski is going to get brutally knocked out with a right hand. He's going to get brutally finished. He's not wrong. So it sounds harsh and it sounds horrible, but it's just factual. And that's why I love Ilia Topuria, because everything he says deep down, I think we all know it's true. When he says he's going to knock out Charles Oliveira in the first round, we all know it's going to happen. And it does. When he says he's going to be the first man to knock out Max Holloway, we believe him and it happens. When he says he's going to knock the hell out of Alexander Volkanovski, one of the greatest featherweights to ever do it, you know, deep down, I think we all knew that was going to happen as well. And it did. I can't hate the guy. I really respect the confidence. That's what makes him so entertaining. Islam will run to middleweight. I don't think he's tiny. He's not going to move up to middleweight, bro. He'd get crushed. Umar versus Ilia? I don't know, man. If Poatan moves to heavyweight, do you think that fight will be heat? Yeah, I think he does get slept by Tom pretty easy. I think he'll either he'll get finished one way or another, whether it's a submission or a knockout, I don't know. But I like that fight because it's just more interesting than 90% of the ones that we actually have at heavyweight, because the standard there is so low. I mean, the only compelling fight stylistically is Cyril Gane, and I don't think that's even remotely difficult for Tom either. I don't think there's a single fight heavyweight that is difficult for Tom right now. He's just so far and away better than everyone else. It's the same with Topuria. SG, I don't share that view. I'm an optimist, man. I'm an optimist. These Bulls want to fight Ilia. Now people are running. Arman will easy drop out with Paddy back up. I think they'll give the fight to Paddy. I said this on Thursday. I said if he calls him out and they make it a thing, which they did. I know Dana White said he didn't want it, but having that face-off in the cage, they'll see the numbers that's doing on the socials and says, we have to do this. We have to do it. Someone has the clutch ability of Topuria, you need to put him down. A decision is not feasible against him. Oh, of course not. Because he'll beat you there. He'll beat you from pillar to post. If you somehow are able to survive the onslaught like Josh Emmett did, it doesn't matter. He's going to 50-43 you on the scorecards. Or 50-42, or was it? I don't know which one it was. One of the two. He'll dominate you. This is what I mean. He has that skill set that someone like Volkanovski has, but he has the knockout equalizer. He's the perfect fighter. He's the perfect specimen for this era of mixed martial arts. He just is. He's just perfect everywhere. This is what I mean, SG. You tell me, mate, because I don't see it. I just do not see it. I think the only thing you can argue is maybe the leg kicks, but he makes the reads on them so quickly, you can throw a couple of them, and by that time, he's got your timing down. So it doesn't really matter. You tell me a weakness that Ilia Topuria has, because I can't give you one. I truly can't give you one. Because you can say maybe, he doesn't have that much variety in his strikes. He doesn't need any. He does not need any. He just uses that pocket boxing and the calf kicks. That's pretty much his only striking weapons. But they're so effective. He's that good at what he does that it doesn't matter. So there's no criticism there. So you give me a weakness. Any of you, tell me. Because I haven't got one. Not one. The whole thing looks set up. Everyone's seats were clear, ready for Paddy to climb over. Yeah, I mean, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. I'm starving for 2 days and they bought Paddy in the octagon. Just throw a dirt at him at this point. Well, I mean, he was unfortunate with the injury, but the game is how it is, man. Leg kicks, hunch, exactly a well-timed front kick down the middle. I just don't see it, mate. I think he's very good with his head movement as well. He's always moving his head off the center line. You know, he's always just dipping left and right. I don't think that front kick will find him. And if it does, it's not going to put his lights out, man. He has that guard up high. His hands, this is one thing you got to give Ilia huge credit for as well. His hands are always up here. You know, so those kicks aren't getting through. Especially up the middle. I understand you're sort of playing devil's advocate here, looking for something, right? High kicks and exploiting the back. Yeah, the high kick is the only thing. The only thing. And even then, it's just... I just don't see it, man. Exploiting the back. He's great in the grappling exchanges too. I don't see it. I'm not going to rush and say his game is not infallible. Listen, I'm getting ahead of myself to an extent. You know, maybe I'm caught up in the hype, but maybe I'm not. Look how good this guy is. I just don't see anything to suggest otherwise. I really don't. And obviously, his time will come. He will, if he stays in this game too long, he will get older. His skill set and ability will fade because he's just getting older. And some fresh up and comer, just as he did to Volkanovski, will do the same to him. But I don't think Ilia Topuria is going to do that. I think he knows when his time is up, just like Khabib Nurmagomedov's was, and he'll retire on top, undefeated. If I had to pick anyone right now in the UFC to do that, it's him. Tickle him? That's a strategy right there. Yeah, what are we? Actually, it's a good question. A fighter's allowed to tickle? I don't actually know. Is that legal? Would refs like stop you if you started tickling someone? Because generally, that would throw me off my shit. I couldn't handle that. His defense against head kick is okay. Yeah, I know, but he's come on leaps and bounds since then. All right, he's gotten so much better with those head kicks. So I'm not sure. Islam can create a solid game plan to beat Ilia. But again, you think Ilia can't land one punch on him? Yeah, I think he can, and I think he will. I think Islam will get clipped with that shot. I really do. You're right, the grappling is there, but I think Ilia will do his homework. I think he'll look at that Volkanovski fight at UFC 284, which gave him a lot of the answers, and he'll replicate the same things, and he will win even better in those striking exchanges. Listen, there was those pocket moments of that fight in Perth, Australia, where they were Volkan and Makhachev were trading blows. You're not doing that against Ilia Topuria, because if they do, one man's getting put on his ass, and it's Islam Makhachev. I know, I saw that, Darshan. Fucking stupid. I don't know how, especially with the legal shit that's going on with him. This sport confuses me sometimes. It really, really does. What do you say to that, right? Oh boy. Ilia's boxing combo is beautiful, man. So good. One of my favorite finishes of his was the one against Damon Jackson. So good. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. I'm sure you have, but... I don't know if you know about Guram. I do. Didn't he get cut from the UFC, Guram? I believe he just got cut. I mean, he's a good fighter, and to be fair to him, the fighters he was fighting in his early UFC run were pretty unfair. But again, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So, Ilia's a jack of all trades, but a master of none. I think he's a master of all, mate. Oh, right. Except from, there you go. Yeah, right. That's what, he's just good. He's just perfect everywhere. People will call this glaze, but tell me it's not justified. Yeah, I'm glazing the shit out of him, but it's not without cause, right? Praying to God, yeah, divine intervention, partner. Holy shit. I don't know about that student. I don't think that would happen, but I don't think it would affect them. I think tickling would actually work, though. Islam can't pressure Ilia to the cage for shit. If you're taking the front foot against Ilia, it's a big mistake. Because he'll time it perfectly. But again, where do you go? Do you walk backwards and let him hunt you down? Because you're just biding your time at that point. That's arguably worse. There's no good alternative. You can't, if you fight off the front, you fight off the back, you're gonna die either way. Young Cashnauda, did you change your name? I believe you did. I'm not reading that out. Yeah, your message retracted. I see you. Levels and there's Ilia. Yeah, exactly. The complete fighter right now. I think along with Tom Aspinall, I think they're the complete fighters in the UFC. They represent the next generation, the complete next generation. I think you could see it. The difference was, right, if you look at their early performances, you could see it even back then. I said Tom Aspinall would be I mean, I feel like it wasn't even that hard to predict if you were in the know in MMA. But when Tom Aspinall beat Andrei Arlovski, and even before that, when he knocked out Alan Badeau, you could just see how good he was compared to everyone else. That he would be a champion and go on to do phenomenal things. Ilia Topuria was the very same. Wouldn't go through. I saw it. I saw loose. I'm not going to read it, but yeah, there you go. Background in Greco-Roman. Exactly. This is what people forget. He's primarily a wrestling background. Same with Tom Aspinall with jiu-jitsu. Grappling backgrounds for striking. Phenomenal. And yeah, he's got the best boxing in the UFC right now. It's truly incredible. I'm in awe. Truly, this is why I love this sport, man. Because some people just come through like this and just they look that good. So good. Our message typed out, it would have got you. I'm sure. Listen, I'm on point with this shit. It's difficult to get me anymore. Ever since someone accidentally made me, well, not accidentally, they made me accidentally say the N-word. I've been on pure vigilance. Can't happen. You're a local Roblox developer. We need a fight that's top tier wrestling and it's a significant size advantage. Maybe Arman. I don't think he will, mate. I think Arman will try and stupidly win it on the feet, and he will fail. He will fail. Prime TJ versus Marab, mate. All day. Marab all day. And respect to TJ, but that grappling to TJ just won't have an answer for it. 308 Ilia was a 300 dog against Islam. Oh, mate. If the inbred didn't duck him, I would have made bank. Yeah. I think so. I think the odds will be definitely a lot closer now, huh? Paddy will stop Ilia. I won't rule it out. I'm gonna put some little money on Paddy by submission for sure. I'm gonna put money on that. As a little punt, I will put money on Ilia as well, best believe. Because I do think Ilia will find that chin, as he will with most fighters. But I think Paddy has a good chance. People don't want to admit it though. As I said, they don't like the guy. That's why they won't admit it. But Merab would definitely beat TJ Dillashaw. I think of that I have very little doubt. We need the GOAT Cody Garbrandt to fight and beat Merab. There's no round where that happens. Not even Merab, the Cody Garbrandt that fought Dominic Cruz that one night for 25 minutes. Not even that Cody Garbrandt would beat Merab, if we're being honest with you. You're talking about tickling Mikhaev when even... I don't know what I'm losing you, student. You're losing me, student. I don't know what you mean about Mikhaev, but I will say something about him. He deserves to be back in the UFC. And I think he will be. Islam's best work is against the cage. There, he absolutely takes Ilia down. Good luck in the open because Ilia is already so short. Exactly, he stands so low. I just think Makhachev would struggle to get him down. That uppercut's there as well. I mean, shit. I just don't think Ilia would get it, be taken to the ground that easy. I just don't. Listen, Volk got taken down and he did well to work his way back up. I think Ilia would be... Makhachev would struggle to get Ilia down to the mat in the first place. I think it's the weight cut that means Paddy gets slept. His weight cut is good at lightweight. I think he's never had a bad weight cut at lightweight particularly. And he's fought at lightweight his whole career. So I'm curious to see what you mean by that. Because his chin is held up at fighting at lightweight, right? So I think Ilia would knock out a Predator, bro. And not Francis Ngannou. I'm talking about the aliens, bro. I think Ilia would beat them. They'd respect him. They'd revere him. Did you see Sugar reacting to seeing Garbrandt with his hair braided and a face tattoo? Yeah, I did see that, yeah. Bit of self-reflection. Paddy have to drop even more weight for a title fight? Marginally, yeah. I know it's a difference maker, but I think he'll be fine. He's never had issues with that weight cut. He's never looked particularly gaunt, even making 155 on the regular. You are right, but I don't think he'll be a difference maker. What's up, Maria? Good to have you back. Ilia beats Gaethje, Holloway, Paddy. How about Arman or Dustin? We even give them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, Dustin, please don't put him against Dustin. I don't want to see my boy get knocked out like that. Arman, I think he knocks out. Might be a bit of a push. I don't think so. I guess DDP beats Hamzat because Hamzat can't fight after 3 rounds. I think that remains to be seen. I mean, at middleweight, I don't know. I know he fought. I know obviously the question comes with the Usman fight, but we'll see. I think DDP is his fight to lose for sure after those, when it goes into those later rounds. His cardio is nuts. Scouses don't get knocked out my age well then. Well, it didn't for Darren Till. It definitely didn't for Darren Till. I'll put it that way. How about Mauricio Rufy? He's the only young fighter left. He's good, but I think he'll suffer the same problems that Carlos Prates has, in that the lack of grappling will really show out as he sort of climbs the ranks. I think you'll see that. That's why the UFC won't put him against a good wrestler until he starts getting to the closest to the belt, because I think they know he's going to be a bit exposed there. Great striker, though. Who do you have for Pantoja Van? Pantoja. Love Van, but I just don't think it's his time yet. I said the same thing against Royval, and he beat the shit out of him, so maybe I'm wrong. But I think Pantoja will get him to the mat, and I think he'll find that sub in the same way he did against Kai France. And I predicted that one too. I did say rear naked choke. I think I said 4th round to be fair, so I'm half right. But you know, close enough. Had a good night at the office in terms of the predictions. Oh my god, getting bunged up with this hay fever. I think Hamzat's cardio has improved. He had a tough weight cut to welterweight. Yeah, I think he's been a bit more resilient over time. I think Hamzat does win, but again, not ruling out DDP. Not in the slightest. Yeah, Astro, you're tweaking, bro. Flyweight got really entertaining. It's been entertaining, Berserk. It's been entertaining for a while. Rematch Van Royval. To be fair, I wasn't watching it with commentary at the time. I didn't have my headphones on, so I didn't get the full flow of John Anik screaming down the mic, which would have definitely added to it. So I might have to do the same. I know, right? Crazy SG. That's cemented it, right? Walking into the cage with the face-off. There's a guy who's taking his opportunities. You know, he backs himself. And if you're the best, you're going to win. Round 3-4, DDP would kill him. I think the strength advantage with the hands. I mean, DDP's got cinder blocks in his gloves. I swear to God. Hamzat's got power, but it's different, man. It's different with DDP. It's just weird. Adesanya said the same thing, that he's just got freakish power in the hands. It's just like, it's different. It's weird. It's not like visceral and just clear like it is with someone like Ilia Topuria, but it's just damaging power, you know. And it won't put your lights out in that easily, but it breaks you down, you know, and affects you. And in a long fight, that starts to build up, you know. Fight won't be fought on the feet. I think it will be, man. I mean, it'll be a mix, bro. It'll be a mix. I think you'll see a nice battle on the ground, but I think it will go to the feet. Listen, early, I think Hamzat would take him down for sure. I think he'll get him to the mat. But DDP will stay in there. He will. Imagine if Pereira's boxing was as fluid as Ilia's. I mean, it's just difficult to do. You can't be at that weight. It just can't be. You can't flow combinations like that at that weight class. You just can't. I mean, Pereira throws with venom and he loads his shots. So he could throw a little bit quicker, but he'd have less power on the punches. Topuria is lighter. He's able to do those things. Strickland felt his power. Yeah, true. Wait, you talking about Pereira? Or DDP? Yeah, agree. For DDP, I'm assuming you mean. Yeah, true. So I'm very excited for that fight. I think as I said a while ago, when they announced these potential fights down the line, it's an exciting array of matchups we've got coming into the second half of the year. Kicking off with, of course, Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira, which definitely lived up to it, right? So now we've got some other good stuff coming up. Max Holloway, Poirier 3. I love it. From a fan perspective and a stylistic perspective. Of course, I'm going to watch it. And DDP Hamzat's phenomenal. What else am I missing? I mean, Makhachev JDM, which is going to be announced soon. Tom Aspinall now, hopefully against someone competent. I don't know. It's exciting times, man. Exciting times. UFC's not all bad, is it really? I mean, come on. People want to exaggerate. Yeah, we went through blips, and we still are in a bit of a blip, but it could be worse. Who will co-main 319? Have they announced? No, they haven't fully announced the card, have they? Have they? I believe they've done something, right? Cannonier Michael Page is the MVP. Yeah, is the co-main. At least for now, as a sort of provisionary. Yeah, the undercard. It's not great, is it? I disagree. I think it's not too bad at all. I mean, from what's been announced, what have we got? I mean, Alexander Hernandez is good. Andrade Lupi Godinez is a good fight. Tim Elliott, Kaya Sakura is a banger. Brian Battle Ruzaboyev is a great fight. Okay, JJ Aldrich carrying Silver stinks. Bobby Green, Diego Ferreira stinks. Barboza, Drakkar Klose is a sick fight. Misha Zajic will be okay. Cannonier MVP will be decent. And then obviously DDP Hamzat will be pretty fun. I don't think it's too bad. Why are you consistent on YouTube? What do you mean? Listen, I took my time with the Ngannou video because I wanted to coincide it with my Patreon launch, which you can check out in the link above if you want. But again, we're back in business. Listen, it takes time. This Ngannou video is heat as fuck, and you'll see if you watch it either when it comes out on YouTube next week or if you subscribe to the Patreon. So go check it out now. You understand why it took so fucking long because it's really damn good. It's some of my best work yet. It took me a fucking stupid amount of time to get things right. It's still not perfect. I don't think it ever will be, and I'm a perfectionist, but I'm proud of it. Ariane, what's up, man? Good to have you back, man. Even if it's for the last few minutes, thank you for tuning in, and you're not wrong. Like the stream. 318 is a bunch of Apex mains and co-mains slapped together. Wait, I was looking at the 319 prelims. Did you say 318? I was tripping. You did. The 318 undercard? Let's have a look. Carl Judiz versus Nicole Cagliari. I don't even know who that is. Adam Fujiet versus Islam Dulatov. Who are these guys? Pacino Crew. That'll be a fun fight. Magny versus Gunnar Nelson. That's hope, man. Ikram Aliskerov, Bruno Ferreira. That's good. Tyler Phillips, Vinicius Oliveira is a banger. Vittori Allen stinks. Johnson Zellhuber is a banger. Kopolov Costa will be shit. Galtier versus Valentin, I don't even know. And Holloway Poirier would be. Love that energy, guys. Good to have you back, Ariane. Does Charles retire rent-free? He should, bro. He should. He should. I think he should for his own health. Dude, was that Model 1 and Contenders? Oh, yeah. I remember him. Yeah. Holy shit. I remember this guy. That's pretty fucking cool. Fashion model to mixed martial artist. That's GOAT behavior. Damn, he's got a crazy fucking run of knockouts. Holy shit. Yeah, he's got a lot. He's never gone to a decision in all of his wins. Lost his debut by decision. Then since then, he's won every fight by a finish. Pretty much all of them in the first round. Fairs. I'm going to be tuning into that then. What's up, George? You're back again, man. I think a lot of lightweight should retire. They're on their way out now. Ilia versus Arman, Gaethje or Paddy. Yeah, I mentioned earlier Paddy for me. I think Paddy's the most compelling fight stylistically and business-wise. I think it's it really is a no-brainer, man. Dalby Johnson, yeah, that will feed families, man. That's got Fight of the Night written all over it. I think Johnson could surprise people in that one. I'm curious what the odds are. Technically never left, but I did. I'm gonna take your word for it. Ilia Arman. I think they might make it, but I think after that face-off, whether Dana White wanted it or not, I think they're just gonna have to do the Paddy one. They're gonna have to do it, right? Who wins in a poker game? Who? Ilia or Arman? I don't know. Probably Ilia. Ilia or Dana? Probably Dana White. Which I'm not a huge fan of the man. I'm gonna have to pick him. I don't think Paddy deserves it. It's not about deserving, bro. It's about what fight's gonna sell. You know, he might not deserve it. He might need one more fight, sure. But, hey, listen. I've seen crazier title fights happen. Paddy can definitely get the shot. The biggest, exactly. There you go. There's your answer, Mo. You know, I agree. I don't think he deserves it off of merit and principle, but this game, I said this a million times, the UFC has never been about principle. But it's an entertainment business. And that fight is providing the most entertainment out of any option you can give me right now. Wasn't Dana White saying Justin should retire? Yeah, I agree with him. Justin bitching about retiring, or if he doesn't get a title fight, then retire then, mate. I don't think Justin deserves the shot more than anyone else. It's not a good look for him. And I like Justin. But it's not a good look for him to start bitching, saying, oh, I want this title shot now. You know, I deserve it. You don't deserve it any more than anyone else, mate. Get in line. You know, fight someone else. Fight the number one contender. Make that happen. You know, sort that out. Make a number one contender fight, and then you're good. Then win that. If you're that good enough, you'll win it, and then you'll become a champ. Or fight for the belt, sorry. Ilia would be hard to read in poker. No, he'll start doing that little smile he does, which I can't do. Where he, like, curls his lips in. That would be his tell. Why is the UFC advertising Canelo Crawford? Because it's co-promoted by Dana White. It's the UFC. Oh, Dana White's making inroads into boxing now. Yeah, he's running it along with Turkey Al Sheikh. So they have a part to play, bro. It's not a coincidence. Ilia, Paddy and co-main Arman, Gaethje in Spain. Run it. I'd say do a stadium show. Do it at the Santiago Bernabeu in front of 90,000 people. But we know Dana White hates stadium shows because he's fucking boring. The UFC used to be a company that really pushed the boundaries in terms of fights and promotion and everything in between. They don't do that anymore. Sad, really. But hey, maybe one day. Listen, if anyone could do it, it's him. I don't know. I'd love to see that. Imagine a stadium fight for Ilia Topuria. Holy shit. And he would sell it out easily. He is a megastar in Europe. I mean, in Spain, are you kidding me? He would sell out the Bernabeu instantly. Like, not even close. Became Dana White for one day, what were you doing? Drag John Jones by the foreskin, bring him back into the UFC, and force him to fight Dana White. Otherwise, he'll be executed by firing squad. Yeah, I'd do that. And then make Ilia Topuria fight Islam Makhachev. Fuck it. Those two on the same night. That's what I'd do. Think Tom can beat Garn quicker than Jones did? Oh, mate, 100%. 100%. He'd put Garn's lights out easily. I don't think he'll even submit him, though I think that is the best route to win. I think he'd put his lights out straight up in a minute. In a minute, bro. Paddy ain't eating that. Maybe not either. By the foreskin straight. Yeah, maybe it is. Listen, you gotta stake your claim. You gotta be firm with your stance. The only way with a man like John Jones. Aspinall and Garnu. So do I, but I think Aspinall folds and Garnu easier than Cyril Garn, to be honest with you. I do. I think stylistically, I think Aspinall and Ngannou's obviously a better fighter than Cyril Garn, but I think stylistically Aspinall would have an easier time with Ngannou. And I don't think that's a crazy take at all. He doesn't even submit him in 2. He does it in 1, mate. He's got 5 minutes. You really think he doesn't find that shot in 5 minutes? He ain't gonna rock him. If he finds the chin, he'll finish him, mate. It's not about rocking him. He'll put his lights out. Yeah, Berserk. It'll be insane. So good. Ilia versus Paddy is for sure a massive fight in Europe. I'll be insane, bro. Are you kidding me? Oh, mate. Yeah, imagine that in Europe. Ooh, I might go. How long does it take to get access to the fight card? What do you mean exactly? Garner's great footwork. Yeah, exactly. That's why I think he'll take a little bit longer than Ngannou. I think Aspinall like puts Ngannou out cold, mate. Out cold. Ilia chins him in the first. What? Paddy Pimblett? Maybe. I do think he probably does chin him. I would agree. That would be my prediction, 100%. But my point that I was making earlier that Paddy has a better chance than most guys, any of that top five lightweights right now. Ngannou's got a great left hook. It's too slow and it's too wide. No, Aspinall's not getting caught with that. Aspinall, listen, he could with enough time, but Aspinall would knock him out before that's even a chance. The Joshua fight, I know it was boxing, but the Joshua fight is exactly how I'd see that going in MMA. 1-2 down the pipe. And Ngannou throws the wide winging shots. He won't land it before Tom Aspinall finds the chin. I'm sorry. I just don't see that happening. Arman is the best chance. Yeah, he's good as well. I like Arman. I think he is very good. That's a fair disagreement, Ivar. I'm not disputing that in the slightest. Heavyweight is dying. It's not great anymore, is it? Taking a page out of McGregor's book, I think that's true. Hooker Darius should be a fight. I think Hooker Gaethje is the one for me. Big Boss Boston Kingman for a day. Okay. I think on that bombshell, K-Dot, I'm going to have to love you and leave you guys because I've got some food to get down me. I'm going to just wind down for the rest of the evening. But I appreciate all of you. It's been a fucking awesome stream. Very lively today. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to see the Ngannou video early and everything going forward, again, I'm going to plug it one more time. Check out the Patreon. It's in the link just above. You can get my videos early before everyone else, along with a load of other benefits. Stay safe, stay hydrated, have a good morning, evening, afternoon. Wherever you're at in the world, have a good one, people. And I'll see you pretty soon.